Hey guys, what's up? Ryan back here with Luigi to bring you another Medal of Honor Warfighter duel commentary. This is on Stadium. I'll be running the G36 with the stock and a red dot sight. Hope you enjoy the gameplay. We're gonna talk a little bit more about this game and kind of debate against some of the points brought up by different reviewers in the gaming industry. One thing that I think gets overlooked in this game is that a lot of people think that it's a very simple game. I think that players tend to, when they think they want something revolutionary, they think it always has to be changed in the class system. But I think this game did a very good job in different areas, such as the actual feel of the weapons, to make them very varied. Yeah.
And truthfully, they're more realistic than other games. Like the shooting style, the bullet impacts are just way more immersive. Actually, the first time I played this game, I got so immersed that I don't know. I just stayed up like all night playing it.
Yeah, it's actually, what is it? It's like almost 6 in the morning now. We've been playing
Yep.
all night on this game. We're just having a lot of fun bringing you guys commentaries. One thing I gotta say is that the guns, when you use attachments, it actually makes the guns feel different rather than in other games where all the attachments do is give you different, gameplay advantages, such as suppressor. In other games, all it will do is, make you invisible on radar. And while that is true in this game, the suppressor will actually make your gun feel different in terms of, like, different attachments, or depending on, like, what makes sense, can adjust stuff like your recoil pattern, and like the amount of recoil you get, as well as just how the gun feels. It can like guns with certain attachments will feel completely different, and guns that used to feel useless might actually serve some purpose in this game.
Yeah, sort of like the MP7. But
Yeah, I have yet to find a good use for that weapon. I don't know. I've seen it. I just can't really get any kills with it.
yeah, but this map I think is actually really good. It has two sides, kind of like I would relate it to like two fort in a way, even though it's wider because there's like entrances to the back and on both sides, and there's like extra rooms in the
Yeah,
back.
I really like the map design in this game, save like maybe one or two maps. There's a couple of maps where I'm just not really happy with, especially that one map, the market map on the Zero Dark 30 map pack. I really don't like that map because it's just a sniper frenzy, and I'm not a huge sniper fan, so yeah, probably won't see too much gameplay on that map because in general I do bad a lot of the time there. But that's pretty much the exception. The map design and pretty much all of the vanilla maps in this game are really well laid out. They don't feel like places that were designed to be maps. They feel like real locations. That yeah, like, they just feel like real places. It doesn't feel like it was made for a video game, right?
Mhm. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Like, say Battlefield 3, that doesn't look Caspian Border, all those, they just look like what they want people to see. But this one, it's actually like a real, it's immersive, like, as I was saying before. It's immersive because it's more realistic than, say, Battlefield 3.
Yeah, like a lot of people might argue against the fact that it's more realistic than Battlefield 3, but I think there's a certain liberties they took with this game. One, it's got to be balanced, right? One thing about Battlefield 3, there's a lot of things that they try to be realistic with that can tend to just be annoyances. Mainly the flashlights, right? The flashlights and everything that just blinds you all the time. It can get pretty annoying, right? And even though medic classes and like classes that drop ammo are like more realistic, I think it just really limits gameplay because you have to take into account the fun factor too, right? Not to say that this game isn't realistic. Most of the realism in this game just comes from the guns and how they feel and react, as well as the maps and like how they flow and whether they feel like real locations or not. We'll talk about some of the different weapons and how we and just kind of elaborate the fact that certain weapons are really good for different play styles. Like when you're running the point man class, most of the weapons are very good for short to mid range. Like I'm running the G36, it is very effective at short range, and for like rushing around, especially in like this map, because it's such a, small map made for short lines of sight. But like when I'm running, point man, if I'm running something like the, OBR, it's something that you really want to kind of keep your distance with, because, when you're rushing with single fire weapons, it doesn't make sense. I know that's kind of like an obvious thing to say, but, like the weapons really are made for certain playstyles. And, it's not like one weapon can't be used for a different playstyle. That's why you have so much attachments, like the adjustable stock, like stuff that can just make a weapon just more effective for a long range. It'll reduce the recoil, right? There's variables in certain guns where you can change the magazine capacity to affect how fast you move, right? I forget what gun it was. It's for the demo class that you can change to a 20 20 bullet magazine that'll give you more mobility, which I think, I don't know, I guess most people wouldn't do that, but it's actually nice that it's there, because, it's all about strategy and how your play style is. And, when you try stuff out, see what works for you, you realize that, like, they make more difference than you think, and that all the changes that all of these, reviewers expect in games don't have to come from the class systems, right? They're expecting it's like, oh, well, they use classes, yeah. Oh, well, they use like specializations, yeah. But, like all the extra stuff in this game comes from the, immersion, right? It doesn't, and like it just flows really well.
So, Ryan, other than the G36, what other guns have you been using or liked?
Well, I've been trying the AK-103 with the iron sights. It definitely feels a lot more, free moving. Like you can actually like whip around a lot more simpler. No, but, I think I'll be sticking with the red dot though, because it just tends to, I don't know, it seems to make it easier to control the recoil pattern. I keep saying like recoil pattern, but it just in general, just the recoil. It's easier to control if, with a red dot on for me, and at least in my opinion. I'm not a huge fan of the, any of the scopes that use any zoom on them. That's why you see me using holographics and red dots all the time. Because I really like being able to keep my field of vision. When it zooms in, you lose your peripheral, and it's hard to see enemies coming up, close on you. So in general, I like being able to know what's around in my, general vicinity. And, if I see someone far away, just find a tactical way to flank them. So that's just kind of my playstyle, which is why I like to keep the lower zoom scopes and stuff like that.
So, what are your plans on this channel? Like, I don't know.
I really hope, yeah, I really hope to bring a lot of like, Medal of Honor gameplay. It really, expose this game for what it is. It's not another, mock-up game. It does have value. And, don't let the fact that EA's lack of support, throw you off to think that this is a bad game. The reason that they pulled support for it was just mainly it didn't sell well, and that they don't have the finances to, fund a game knowing that not many people own it. It's just not economic for them, and it's all in the corporations. It's all corporate. They don't really have any emotions. Despite the fact that it is a good game, the only reason that it's lacking support is because it didn't sell well, right? And, I really hope that, I can show off this game enough to increase its, popularity, so that, maybe, show EA that they, don't have to stop supporting games so early in its cycle.
Yeah, there was actually a lot of other EA games that I heard about that they took down the servers on like say Xbox and PS3. I heard that they took down the servers on older games.
Really? Yeah,
Hmm.
I actually haven't heard about that, but, EA, EA's and Activision's, they're all just in it for the money. You gotta really look at the developers and see the effort that they put into the game. Really just try to support the developers. Yeah, I guess that's the end of this commentary. I hope you enjoyed it. You'll definitely see a lot more of Luigi on this channel. It's definitely, a nice, thing to be able to do is to do dual commentary. So, please rate, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to check out, Luigi's channel, which will be linked in the description. Thank you.
Bye.